move a bronze warrior from your deck to your graveyard. So move a bronze Skellige unit from your graveyard to your hand, then discard a card. Yeah, it's a big swing. Yep. We got a really big combo with Iced and this unit here, though. It's gonna have to be leader. Oh wow! Look at that, even. See the combo? That's how I'm playing it. This with this. Optimal. I mean, we've got so many big units here.
Of course, friend.
Guess we play Raider now. Obviously, it's got an order. We finish up with Blow. Nice. Hey, what's up, legends? Welcome back to another deck guide. Before we get into today's list, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so now. My next objective is to reach 10,000 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate your help and support in achieving that goal. For today, I've put together a tier raids deck, so we will be using some of the new cards and the cards that got reworked in this Warriors list. Now, bear in mind, as you can see, the list is not complete at this time while I'm presenting it to you, because I'm recording this deck guide ahead of the season transition. But rest assured, you'll get the complete list in the description of this video down below later on when I post this. So the leader we're using is Blaze of Glory. With the order, we get to move a Skellige unit from your deck to your graveyard, then damage an enemy unit by its power. So the idea that we have with this leader is really to use it in combination with Iced. It has a good interaction with this card's ability. And the card that we're going to be looking to move to our graveyard would be Yuta. Our leader kind of gives us a tall punish option and makes up for tall punish that we lack in this deck. Because as you can see, I'm not running Morkfug or Champion's Charge. So it was a bit hard to squeeze those cards in because of the provisions we have to work with. But considering we're going to be going so tall with the raid damage, I think we can still do okay. The stratagem we're running is Mask. So with the order, we get to draw a card, then discard a card, and spawn 2 crows in your melee row. So the idea with Mask is that I'm running this card because I want to increase the consistency of our deck, because I find that pure raid decks, they sometimes struggle with that. So when we go first, the kind of cards that you could look to discard would be pretty much our lower costed end of the list. So it could be the raid cards that you see here, one of these perhaps, or the Brockfire Warrior, or the Invader. So now what I'm going to do is run you through this list bottom up, explain how best to play each card, when to play it during a match, and then we're going to discuss how to execute the strategy for this deck. So to begin with, we've got 2 Brockfire Warrior units. So on deploy, damage an enemy unit by 3. If the target is damaged, repeat the deploy ability with a different target and decrease the damage by 1. So some things to bear in mind is that these cards have great synergy with Ulula after she is down on the board and playing these thereafter. Also, they're really good to play out round 1 to give us the Bloodthirst for Feral Bond to select a Highland Warlord to create and play. That's probably the most optimal uses of this card in this deck. I suggest we can use these cards round 1 and we can replay them later on when we have Ulula on the board over along round 3. We have 1 Invader in this deck. So it's a Veiled unit and it's a Veteran unit. And the idea with the Invader is that it is a card that we can utilize with Drake bon-dhu. The way that card works is that with this card, its power is now changed from 4 to 5, and the ability is changed to move a Bronze Warrior from your deck to your graveyard, Zeal Order, trigger the Veteran ability of an allied unit in your graveyard. It's got a cooldown of 1, right? So the idea is that round 1, we can play Drake bon-dhu to thin out preferably an on-crate Raider, but if you can't do that, we go for the Invader. And we're just going to keep triggering the Veteran ability, making its base power increase, right? And then that could be a good card for tier later on to replay. That's the idea of why I have Invader and the Raider in this deck. And they have a good base power too, so that will work with tier also, right? Bear in mind also, if we have Invader late round 3 and we're playing tier, we can decide to discard the Invader from hand with tier because that's the card's ability. And then by putting it in graveyard, we can replay it through War of Clans, and then that card will get a boost according to tier's passive ability. So we've got 2 Feral Bonds in this list. These are raid cards. Spawn Skellige Wolves on an enemy row and damage it by 1, then create a Bronze Skellige Warrior. Bloodthirst 3, you may spawn and play a Bronze Skellige Warrior instead. So optimally, that's what we want to do. We want to ensure that we play Feral Bond after we've played our Highland Warlords out, so that we get Skellige Wolves back on our side of the board for ourselves. Extra tempo there. And playing on Bloodthirst 3, optimally we want to select more Highland Warlords with this card and make our raids play even more effectively. So just play them both out round 1. Then we've got some raid cards here. We've got double Primal Savagery. It starts off as damage an enemy unit by 2. The death blow is that you get to spawn a Bear Abomination, summon it to a random allied row. That's the 6 power token unit that you see there. Of course, our raid damages will be increasing as we play Warlords. We can play kind of the bottom half of our list, these lower costed raid cards, round 1 if we like, and then save the top half of our list with War of Clans for later, because we've got so many forms of control. We've got double Gutting Slash, deal 4 damage to a unit, Bloodthirst 2, damage unit by 6 instead. We've got 2 Highland Warlords, veteran units. Increase the damage of your raid cards by 1 for the rest of the game. So what we want to do is play Highland Warlords out round 1. They're part of the setup play for our deck, making our raids play for greater value. We have 1 on-crate Raiders. So this is a veteran unit. Deploy on Bloodthirst 3. This card will gain Zeal. The order is that you get to damage a unit by 2. So this order ability will have good synergy with Ulula. So it will be good if we can play this later on with Ulula over a long round 3. But as I said, we want to utilize Drake bon-dhu round 1 to put this in our graveyard so that tier can access this card later on for us, okay? Then we have 1 Stunning Blow. So I've got Stunning Blow in this deck as a tech against defender units, especially that are armored. Damage unit by 5. If it has armor, damage it by 7 instead. 2 War of Clans. Damage an enemy unit by 2. Death Blow. Play a 4 provision cost warrior from your graveyard and give it doomed. Devotion, always trigger the death blow ability. So we are Devotion, so that will always work for us. Some good considerations for War of Clan is that we want to play the Brookfire Warriors back out once Ulula is down on the board. Also, we don't want to commit any of our resurrecting until Tyr is first down on the board over a long round 3 because of the way that card's passive ability works. I haven't played the card out, obviously, but by reading it and by assuming what it does, I believe as we start to play these cards out, it will be boosting our cards according to their base power. Okay, so that's why we want to save Resurrection after Tyr is down on the board, but we can definitely play these out over a long round 3. Drake bon-dhu, we've covered. So we're going to be using... Okay, so some things to consider with Drake bon-dhu is that the way I'm looking at this card, it seems like it can give our deck consistency, right? So round 1, first thing, using this card for setup for our deck to thin our deck and set up our graveyard for Tyr. We just thin out one of our veteran units and hopefully find our goals as we progress through the match. Then onto the Tursic unit. So with this unit here, the power is changed from 6 to 3 now. Provision costs changed from 7 to 8. Ability to deploy boosts off by the base power of the last Skellige unit that went to your graveyard this round. Okay, so timing's going to be important with this card. And my idea to get max value out of this card really is that when we utilize Leader and we thin Yuta to graveyard, she comes back out on the board. Our next play should be this unit, and then we'll be boosting by Yuta's base power. So that's my combination play with this card, how it's reworked now. So it is a card saved for that interaction, and a card saved to be played over long round 3. Outside of that, if you can't pull that combination off, obviously just do your best to time it for the most value. Then we've got Yuta. Deploy if Yuta is the highest unit, damage yourself by 6. What we want to do with Yuta is always leave her in our deck at all times because she's going to be the target for our leader ability, and we're going to be playing her out to the field through Iced, and we're getting 12 points on our side of the board. We've got Vabjorn for consistency. Deploy melee, play a raid card from your deck. Usually I don't mind to play this out round 1 because it helps with tempo, and we're going to be utilizing Vabjorn to draw into Blood Eagle in particular because that's a really important consistency card also for this deck. So Vabjorn to ensure Blood Eagle round 1's fine. Then we've got Ulula. So with the order, damage a unit by 2. Whenever an enemy unit takes damage from your warriors, damage it by 1, ignoring its armor. Ulula's like a really strong engine and is really great in these kinds of raid decks. What I suggest is that we play this over the course of a long round 3, and it's just going to amplify all the damage that we can do, and hopefully we just delete whatever the opponent plays out. So you'd really be playing this early on in a long round 3 situation. Then we've got Bran. Veteran unit, deploy, boost off by 0, increase the value by 1 whenever excess damage is dealt to enemy units. At the start of the game, trigger the veteran ability of your units. So we are running veteran units, and for the main part, the reason we have Bran in here is also to capitalize off of the damage we're going to be doing with the raid cards, all that excess damage, and then Bran kind of gives us a point slam. So we want to play Bran kind of like a final say really at the end of the match. Then we've got Iced. Iced is a veteran unit. Deploy Bloodthirst 3, draw a card, discard card. Whenever you discard a Skellige unit during your turn, summon it from your graveyard to this row, counter 2. Devotion also works whenever a Skellige unit enters your graveyard during your turn. So we're playing Iced out in combination with Leader. Okay, so that's a big combo that we have here. And we want to play this over the course of a long round 3. And basically, this will be our Tall Punish option for the most part with this deck. And before we play Leader, obviously we want Iced down on the board. So you play Iced. When you've decided to commit Iced, use Leader right away so this card doesn't get answered by anything. And yeah, it's just a very strong point swing that it offers us. Then we've got Harold. We're going to be looking to play Harold in his final form, Harold the Cripple. He's a veiled unit, can't gain status. Deploy, play a bronze warrior from your graveyard, give it doomed. Whenever you play a warrior, damage a random enemy unit by 1. So this card's an engine. We want to play it early on over a long round 3. And the best case scenario with Harold the Cripple is that we're looking to resurrect Highland Warlord. And then to finish, we got Blood Eagle. It's an echo card, so we get to play it twice. Damage an enemy unit by 2, then play a warrior from your deck with a proficiency cost 7 less. Death Blow, play a warrior from your deck instead. Bloodthirst 3, always trigger the Death Blow ability. So we can use Blood Eagle round 1 to ensure that we find Drake bon-dhu, Highland Warlords, and also to help generate Bloodthirst and play out Brockvale Warriors. And then later on, of course, save it so that we can find our important gold units. And I should mention, I almost forgot, we're going to remember to talk about tier. Tier is going to be sliding in with these remaining provisions. This is 8 provision cost. So we're going to have 14 left. Tier will fill that gap up. And with tier, the way this card works is that it's an evolving card. So it's at 14 provision cost, 9 strength. Tier Slayer of Ungvar. It's a human warrior unit, doomed. Deploy, damage an enemy unit by the difference between its base and current power. Death Blow, gain resilience. When in hand or deck, evolve after you win a round. We're not really looking to play tier in this stage that I've explained. We want to play tier in his evolve stage. This is my understanding of the best way to play it. So in his evolve stage, he will be titled Tier Master of Skellige. Human warrior unit, again, doomed. Looking to play tier out over a long round 3, right? Should be in this form by then. Deploy, move a bronze Skellige unit from your graveyard to your hand, then discard a card. Okay, so what we want to do with Tier's Deploy is that we want to bring back to our hand the unit that Drake bon-dhu thinned to the graveyard, and we've been triggering that veteran ability of that card, so it's got a high base power, hopefully. That's the card we're looking to replay through tier, round 3. So we bring back to our hand that card. We can discard, at that point, the Invader if we have it in our hand, or just something else lower costed. We want to do this play first thing over a long round 3 because of the passive ability of this card. The way that I'm understanding this, bear in mind I haven't played it yet, okay? It says the first time a bronze unit leaves your graveyard, each allied turn, boost it by its base power. So I don't know if Tier's actually going to boost that card that we draw to our hand right away on the deploy. That would be pretty strong. If not, to my understanding, the passive ability should have implications with Harold's ability. Also, War of Clans in this deck. So as we replay our units with Harold, War of Clans, boost by base power. So this actually can become a pretty strong engine, giving us like kind of a point slam play is what I'm seeing with this. By the way, if you guys want to check out these new cards that I'm discussing, I've just got them on the other screen open up here. They're in my Discord. Check them out in our Discord. You can run through them there. So that's pretty much the list though. And now since we've covered the list, we can explain how to execute strategy for this deck. So it's pretty much the way we're going to look to play this deck is just like the other raid decks that I showed you guys last season. It's really heavy on the control. What we want to do is win round 1, pass round 2, go a long round 3, and just delete whatever the opponent plays. Okay, that's the best way to go about it. So what we can do to win round 1 and how we'd look to play round 1 is proactively we can open up with Drake bon-dhu, since this is going to be an engine with its ability. We want to prioritize that first thing round 1. From there, the best case scenario is that we put a Raider in our graveyard and we keep triggering veteran ability of the Raider through this unit. Okay, so we do that. Then we're going to play Highland Warlord, Highland Warlord. Then we're going to try to set up Bloodthirst 3 with Brockvale Warriors. Then we can play Double Feral Bond, create more Highland Warlords. We can play our lower costed raids that you see here, Blood Eagle perhaps, and just push hard to win round 1. Because over a long round 3, we can usually take the opponent out because we've got so much control. So we go into a long round 3. And then what we're going to do is long round 3, we play tier first thing proactively. So, bringing back to our hand the on-crate Raider with the high base power. Discarding something lower costed. From there, we're going to play Harold on crate. Resurrect Warlord. We can play Ulula. And then after that, what we're going to do is play War of Clans. Synergize Brockvale Warriors with Ulula. Play your remaining raid cards out. Towards the end of the match, we've got Iced with Leader to consider. Once we hit leader ability, Yuta goes to graveyard, comes to board. Play Tursich right after that, so we get that big boost. And then final say, end of match should be King Brand for a nice point slam, and hopefully it's enough points to win the match. So I hope you enjoy the following matches, and thanks a lot for your time and support. Honestly, we got like point slam now at the SK, dude. Did you see how crazy the points are looking? I just went through it. You missed it. But you can catch it in the introduction of the video when I put it on YouTube. I'll release it after the stream. No problem, friend. Maybe we can make some crazy memes with tier. Who knows? A consideration is that what about Greatsword? Something with Greatsword? Greatsword's at 10 base power. Thank you. Yeah, he is. Okay, 1 win down. Nice. If they don't have an answer for tier in final form, he's crazy. So many points, eh? I just want to see if Drake bon-dhu works properly. Now that we've entered the season, if that has something to do with it. Even more. Yeah, it's pretty sick, the interaction, eh? They're gonna deny Bloodthirst? Yeah, that's good. Well done. Well played.
The time for blabbering is past!
So we play down. What do we got here? 4. Maybe go for the other Skellige Wolves as well. Just thin the deck out. Oh, nice. Yeah, let's take our long rounds. Yes, yes. So good. Guys, we got the 3 Highland Warlords in round 1. It's a great day for Gwent. We're all gonna make it. We do have 2 4 provision cost warriors in there, which is good. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna click around. Oh, nice. Hi, YouTube. That's right. You tell them. Assimilate deck, double cross. Is this rent free? Or not? No, it's not rune free. Thank you, appreciate it. Okay, so they just have like some kind of a thinning package to find their golds. They're not playing Calvate. Maybe not playing him. Yep. I think I'm not going for Drake bon-dhu in this case. Not here at this point in the match. Probably just discarding this. We play tier into this. Yeah, we go for Harold. Yeah. Bloodthirst? Nice. Oh my god. So I've got Tyr in this deck in place of Takusha. And we can kind of make him play like that a bit.
I insert a needle here. What then?
I don't know, man. We just want to focus on letting this stick in case it dies, right? We just want to get this value going. I think we should just... We go like this now. My god. Guys, do you understand what this means? We have point slam and we have control. Oh, it's gonna be a good season for Skellige. Oh. Guys.
Do I enjoy torture? Perhaps.
Guys, gather around. Bloodthirst 3. I guess we're gonna follow... we gotta follow the correct sequence, right?
The stench of beer. I knows it well.
Okay. Ulula next. They're not answering tier.
Everyone has their secret.
He's gonna go ballistic. If they're leaving that, they probably go Ulula. I usually stream like 5 PM Australian time. Wait a second, what did they just do? I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
You wish you could kiss my pale arm.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 7 damage on War of Clans.
They will dance
Okay. Calm down, KG. You gotta get back to pro rank. Calm down. Stay focused. Stay focused. Okay, most optimal play. What do we have? Let's have a look here. It feels so solid, this deck, man. They have to answer tier. The second he gets played, you have to answer him.
Please, pay no heed.
You have to. You cannot leave that card. I don't know if they can really use it there, though, can they? We'll see, we'll see. This needs Plethos of 3. 7 damage. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Okay. Let's go, baby. It's time to bring the passion, the fire, intensity. You asked for it, I'm bringing it. All right. That's how we do it. Yes, we do. Well, we got 2 options. Invader and Raider. But, you know, I'm just testing the deck out, man. As you guys are seeing, so far it's playing alright. No issues. Just remember, you can use the Highland Warlord as well with tier. We got options. That's a good question, man.
The stench of beer, I knows it well.
In hand or deck, right? Yeah, good point. Fantastic point. Okay. Let's have a look. We open up with these Highland Warlord units. Round 1 is our setup round. That's what we're doing here. Uh-oh.
It's not the money. It's you who's always sexy.
Yep. Play another. Always so charming.
Relax.
Oh crap, that's a lot of tempo, man. It's a lot of tempo. Ooh, we're probably gonna get out of here. It's a lot of points. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Is it Bear Grylls? Are you really the one? Honored to have you here and chat with us. They probably are playing it like that. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Butcher. Your name's very intimidating. But once again, glad to have another follower.
You're not done if you can still walk.
So many points, man. Us warriors, you know, we're the marathon runners, not the sprinters. Yeah, what's good? Okay. All right. Oh, crap. Cave troll? Up to 9? Sure, why not? What the hell? What is this? We need to kill it immediately. I think they're pushing really hard if they're doing that, right? That's a very pricey card. I mean, we've got a few different options in how we want to tackle it. I mean, slash is pretty good, isn't it? Or we can go... Nah, maybe I'm saving that. That's just out of range.
I'll gut you like fishes.
What? It has a Death Wish ability. We can play Yuta from hand. This is tall. Oh, okay. So we play this now? Maybe this.
Down on your knees. Beg for mercy. Only one walk away from this.
Yeah, what's up? I'll show you. The ability it gains on death because of the counters. I guess we want to take advantage of Ulula now by playing this out. It's ruined. Crap. What's the power? It's on 3. Oh wait, so this damages by 5. Right. Crap. Oh crap. You don't have another 4 provision cost unit in there?
The mother goddess, she giveth and taketh away.
Giant toad? Okay, maybe slowing down, I don't know.
So, no one else dares face me?
What the hell? I'm so confused of what's happening right now. So this is a constant consume. What was our last unit that went to the graveyard? Maybe nothing went this one.
I swear on my honor.
Yeah, nice to see you here. Thanks for the follow too, appreciate it. How's things? I was so confused by this card. Wow, it's really interesting. Going all in? Can we make it? Yeah, what's up, Frost? Nice to see you here. So, what's left for him after that? This will be discard target. That's actually playing pretty good too. There we go. You see that power? Okay, so we have him round 1. Interesting. No, I want that to get thinned. Yeah, it looks sick, eh? Looks really cool. Wow, so it's really bugged, huh? It doesn't show a cooldown symbol. It's not working properly. Crap. Just so you guys know, this card's bugged right now. It has an order ability. It's not working. I can do it after stream.
Come on! Show us what you got!
Wow, so this has synergy with Terra Nova. Like, you're giving Terra Nova a copy to play? Crap.
You're to use my decoctions to your advantage. Loot! Loot!
You make the veteran base power really tall, and then you replay it with Tyr, and it works with Tyr's ability. Like, gives him a huge boost. Thanks for the follows. Yeah, nice to see you too. What's up? Wait, what did they just do?
No one can hide from me.
Huh? They have it in their deck. They have warrior in their deck, right? And they're gonna play a warrior now? Yeah. Okay. Banish up to the 3 cards from your starting deck from your deck. From your starting deck from your deck.
Onward, sons of Nilfgaard! We'll paint the white frost red!
Wait, do we have reach? Nah, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I think pass on even. Sup, Corp. Nice. Yeah, pretty good. It's a pretty good patch. Yeah, you replay it. Right, right. That's the idea I had too. with that card. Simulates your favorite? Sick. Yo, 7th, what's up, man? How are you? Yeah, right on. Warriors. Wow, that's a huge pull for them. Crap, man. Really, really big.
You wish you could kiss a killer.
Send this deck. You can catch it on my YouTube channel after the stream.
Down on your knees and beg for mercy.
I only want to walk away from this.
Mage Torture.
Suffering ennobles, friend. You'll be a count once I'm done with you.
Damage up to 6. Yeah, pretty good, but one of them's bugged. So it's not playing as intended, unfortunately. Not playing it how we want to play. Honestly, maybe. Tyr's really strong.
To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
Nilfgaard raid.
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
Drake bon-dhu. What the hell, man?
You want a life of peace? Fucking Skellige.
Dude. I'm the SK player.
Skellige and Center shall stand ever together.
Exactly what I hoped for.
You stay to your Nilfgaard side. Let me do my thing. Don't crap my style.
I'll wash away those insults with your entrails.
No one calls us cowards!
Oh crap! What's this one doing again? Just
By the race of Morhawk. Sit at my table and
the passing, right?
drink.
We're gonna pass, yeah? They're kind of timing out.
Get feathers off.
Wow, and they got it. 2, 3.